Welcome to the Mental Playbook. I am here with Jamie Vance Jr., also known as Greedy Vance, a former USC Trojan entering the NFL with the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi, Jamie. How are you?
How you doing? I'm doing very good today. How about yourself?
Really good. Thank you. So, I want to know what interested you in sports growing up and more specifically football.
So I've been playing football since I was 4. I knew I wanted to go to the NFL when I was 6.
Wow.
I knew I wanted to play college football when I was 11. But I grew up around football since I was little. Both of my cousins played Power Five football, and I just grew up, working out with them, learning from them, and I just fell in love with football.
Well, that's awesome. And so you went to Edna Carter High School and you were basically dominating the field and had such an impressive streak. What did being part of a powerhouse team teach you about mindset and what it really takes to win consistently?
Yeah, I think in whatever sport, when it comes to teams being very good, it all comes down to the same thing: leadership, accountability, the love for football, grit, toughness, all these things. Like every team that's good at whatever sport it is that's in competition, they all have similar traits of why they're so successful. So when I was at Edna Car, that was just something that we always instilled and took pride in was like accountability, discipline, hard work, and stuff like that, which made us so successful.
Yeah, those are great values to have. So you knew early on that you wanted to play football in college. What was that college recruitment process like, and were you overwhelmed by like the offers?
Nah. So I was actually a very small recruit. I had some good big time offers, but so I was in high school. I was 140 pounds, um, which is very small for a high school player. But I was a 3 star. I only had about 18 offers, and I took one, maybe two officials, and I committed on both of them. So I took my first official to Arkansas. I committed, and that was it. So I had all these other schools trying to talk to me, and I wasn't talking to them because that's just like how I was raised and stuff like that. Like if that's the school I'm gonna go to, that's what I was gonna do. So the season starts, and Arkansas ends up being pretty bad. So I decommitted after they lost week 2 to like San Jose State or something like that, or San Diego State. So I decommit, and then all these schools is trying to get back in the door. And I had to talk with my dad and my school, and my coaches was telling me like, I need to focus on winning another championship first before I think about what school I want to go to. So I kind of put my school over my recruiting process, which kind of made a lot of schools stop talking to me.
Mm.
But ironically, a couple of weeks before signing day, I ended up going on an official visit to Louisville, and when I got back, I committed. So that's how I ended up at Louisville.
Huh. What made you want to commit specifically to Louisville?
So I went on my OV to Clemson, and they didn't want me to come. Honestly, they didn't think they were going to beat Clemson, but I still wanted to go, and they just showed me like the plan that they had, what they were supposed to do, how the plays were supposed to be made. The scheme was good. I just trusted what the coaches was telling me, and we built a relationship. And that was like the only school really talking to me at the time. So that was just what I went with.
Okay, yeah, nice. So you played at Louisville, Florida State, and USC, each college with its own culture and, team dynamic. How have each of those teams shaped you into the player and person you are today?
I think being in Tallahassee was probably the best experience. One was because that's where I found Christ at in my life, going through hardships, and two is where I won a lot of games. I was only there 2 years, but the first year we won 10. The second year we went undefeated. We was ranked fourth in the country. Our quarterback ended up getting hurt, so we got kind of messed up. But the experience was good. Like it was really a lot of adversity, but I saw a lot of good in it.
Yeah.
And it just revealed so much new stuff to me about myself and things like that, and the people that I met there. Like even though I didn't do everything that I wanted to do, they still appreciated me for who I was and what I tried to do. So that was very good for me. And at USC, it was just a whole different vibe. Like you are on the West Coast, the hospitality kind of different out there, but it was cool though. Living in LA was cool. They treated me very well. And I met good people there too, and they all just contributed to my success.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, West Coast is definitely a different feel and vibe. So last season at USC, you played 11 games, racked up tackles with an interception. What was your proudest moment as a USC Trojan?
Hmm. Um, my proudest moment probably was either the LSU game or when I caught the interception against Nebraska and ended the game. That was probably my like top two because in high school I wanted to go to LSU. I didn't get a chance to, so I went to USC just to play them again. We won. That felt good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. And then when we played Nebraska, like I just put so much hard work into like my craft, like studying, practicing, things like that. Like I always do that. And when the opportunity came for me to make a play, it just felt really good.
Yeah, I'm sure. So now you're headed to the Raiders under Coach Pete Carroll, who also has USC roots. What does it mean to be playing for a coach who knows that Trojan legacy and kind of mentality?
Yeah, he just compete. He's a very fun guy to be around. It's an honor to be playing for a coach like Coach Carroll. Not a lot of people say that playing for a coach like that is like the norm, especially at this level, because he's like so fun. It's like a college vibe, but it's a great experience playing for Coach Carroll.
Yeah. Who has been a role model or influence through your journey, and what's something they've taught you that sticks with you today?
Um, Most definitely my parents, my little sister, um, a couple of my mentors, my trainer. My dad always taught me how to give back to people. My mom always taught me to be nice. My trainers always taught me to work hard, stay disciplined. Um, Stuff like that. It's just simple stuff that just take you a long way. How to treat people, things like that.
Yeah. So you're stepping into a team, into the Raiders that still has questions at cornerback. How are you preparing for that position?
I'm just going in, learning from the vets every day, learning how to move, what to do, how to do things at this level. Obviously, people. What I was about to say, people go in kind of nervous and stuff, but I kind of got over that feeling. Now I'm kind of getting to myself and just being regular, just being a sponge, soaking in the experience.
Yeah, you're confident. I love that.
Thank you.
Do you have a game day routine?
All right, game day routine. Yes, I do have a game day routine. So I wake up, take a shower. First thing I do, take a shower. After I take a shower, I stretch, I elevate my legs on the wall, listen to music. And then we have normal schedule. So we have lunch and stuff, eat, leave. When I get to the stadium, I always take my shoes off. I walk barefoot, listen to music, and then I stretch. I work on the little technique stuff, work on my craft a little bit. Everything I do is barefoot, and then after that, it's ready to go play. After that,
What's the reason behind that barefoot?
I think it gave me like some kind of like confidence on like how to use my weight distribution, like with my feet in the ground. Like it just feels different. Like when I'm playing with cleats on, I could feel it like my feet deep more into the ground than normal.
Yeah, I kind of like that physical connection with the field.
Yeah.
So when it comes to competition, and I mean, sometimes you're gonna have to deal with those losses. How do you cope with a loss?
Not so well. I don't like losing a lot at all, really. Especially if it's over something that I can control, um, or we can control as a team. But like, it humbles you in a way to want to get better, want to win. It builds like this big old like competitive nature in you to like always try to create an edge or keep an edge. Like, it give you a feeling that you don't want to have, even though it's gonna happen again. Like it just keep make you getting better and better. So, but I hate losing though. I
It's
really do.
hard. It's definitely hard.
Yeah.
And then the opposite, winning. How do you celebrate a win?
Um, I love winning, and I don't really celebrate winning. Honestly, I should, but I don't. I think it's good to celebrate wins, but the reason why I don't like, I just like I don't know how to celebrate a win. Like in college, obviously, like I'll go out and stuff, or sometimes, but like it didn't really do much. Like it was just really a good time, but like celebrating the win is just like going back home, like playing my game, going bowling or something. I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know. My idea of celebrating the win is not like the typical idea of what people think celebrating the win is.
that's interesting because sometimes it's easy to get caught up in those wins, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
I try to stay as far as away from that because I experienced people celebrate a win before and they don't know how to handle it and then the ego and stuff. So I don't want to
right.
be like that.
Yeah, I like that. So greedy isn't just a nickname, it says something about your mentality. Can you share where that name comes from and what it means to you?
Yeah, so Greedy Williams played at LSU. He was someone that I looked up to, that I wanted to be like coming out of high school. And I was like, that's what I'm gonna call myself. And then it just stuck to me. So that's what I kept it with.
That's
But
awesome.
he was a good player that I really like watching. Like everything he did, I watched. Like I'll stay not too far from LSU, so I used to be around there all the time. So when I was there, I just watched how he practiced, watched how he played, stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah. What's been the biggest mental shift from being a college athlete to now stepping into that pro environment?
Um, just like the biggest difference is just like this is literally my life now. Like it's no more like class. It's no more waking up at 6 a.m. for lifts and conditioning. Like you do all that on your own now. Like you literally just come here, play football, and go home. Like that's literally all you have to do, and do your job. But it's a good thing to do. Like I love working hard in college and stuff, but like, well, I still do work hard, but like in college, it's just extreme. Like some days, it's not even like it's like, why are we doing this?
Right.
But all that is worth it. So I think that's probably the biggest shift.
What's something you're most excited for?
I'm just excited for the opportunity. I'm excited for my family to see me at this level. I'm excited to be able to go into a facility or organization as an underdog and be able to be not looked at, not down. I don't believe that I'm looked at as like less than, but I have an opportunity to make a great story out of my situation. So that's what I'm most excited for.
Yeah, that's really interesting you bring that up because you did talk about size, and sometimes it can be seen because you are, smaller size. So there's maybe something more to prove. And especially because you were picked up by the Raiders after the draft, how do you stay grounded and confident when undrafted free agents are sometimes seen as those underdogs with more to prove?
I think you just gotta accept it. I mean, I was at a point in my life where I really wanted to get drafted, and after the season, I was talking with my agent, and she was like, uh, you don't have a grade, you don't have a draft grade, and I'm like okay, like that was just weird, like but a lot of the stuff at this level, like you can't really control until you get an opportunity to step in the building. Like that's probably my best advice for people. Like people want to get drafted, people want to go to the draft, people want to go to bowl games and compete at the Senior Bowl and stuff. Like you can't control whether they pick you or not. Like whether you go undrafted or not, you're gonna get an opportunity to go to somebody building, whether it's sign undrafted free agent or a tryout workout, whatever. Like it's just all about what you do when you get there. So you just gotta make sure your character right, and you just treat people the right way and doing the right thing.
Right. Yeah, just be yourself.
That's it.
Is there a lesson or piece of advice from any of your college coaches that still motivates you today?
No, not really.
No.
Nah, I wouldn't say so. Not off the top of my head.
Is there something you tell yourself to motivate you when it comes to competition and games?
Yeah. I just honestly really feel like I didn't come this far for nothing. I always look at motivation like it's internally. Like since I was small, I always had things that I grew up with and that I didn't want to necessarily have to go through no more. And I feel like this is the opportunity for me to change that. So yeah.
What are some challenges you've gone through in your journey and how have you overcame them?
So just always been like not the guy, like always been the guy to do the right thing and stuff like that, but never got the opportunity to match that was probably the hardest thing. Obviously spiritually, like I was in a dark place sometimes. Overcoming that was a big thing for me. That's probably the two biggest things. Like I always did everything right my whole career. I never got in trouble. I never did drugs. I didn't party a lot. I didn't mess with nobody. Like I always was the person that did everything the best that I could do. And I always felt like I didn't get what I was giving out to people. So
Yeah.
as far as opportunity, that that kind of messed with me a little bit. But when I got to USC, all of that changed. So that kind of helped me because they kind of gave me everything that I was looking for, football wise.
Yeah, and how has faith and spirituality kind of played a role in your journey?
Nah, it's changed my life. It changed my whole perspective. Like, um, I'm not gonna give my whole testimony, but it was a time where I was at Florida State in a really really dark space, and I was grieving over the loss of a family member. I didn't really know like why I had lost my family member. Oh well yeah, why and like why him, stuff like that. It was my grandpa, but I was suggested to do things um like not of Christianity. So basically, like crystals, things like that, sage, stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I was doing it, but I never like completely took God out of it. Like I
Right.
would be doing both, which is not the right way to do things. But I didn't know because I didn't know scripture and things like that. I always had a prayer life though, but and I thought that was enough, but it's not. But like eventually one night. I was doing crystal sage stuff like that. So in my room, in my space, I didn't gave like this opportunity for the enemy or whatever you want to say to be like in my room, like just opening portals spiritually. And one night I had like a real bad a spiritual attack, and I felt like Jesus saved my life that night. Because it could have been bad, but uh, like a year later, I ended up getting baptized, and then I started going to Bible study, and like yeah, it's totally different.
Yeah, it's brought more good into your life.
Yeah.
What kind of teammate and leader do you hope to be for the Raiders, especially coming in as someone new with something to prove?
Yeah. Well, I don't think nobody could hope to be a teammate. It's like you either gonna do it or you're not. Like,
Hmm.
but like you just gotta be a teammate that always want best for people. You gotta be a teammate to not worry about what other people got going on. You gotta be a teammate to just hone in on your own craft. You gotta be a teammate to be willing to inspire people. You gotta be a teammate to be willing to root for people when they're winning and things not going as good for you. Like you just got to be a selfless person. Like that's just all it takes. Because a lot of times when we play in this sport, like it's so easy to look at the next person and be like, "Well, I'm not getting." Especially at this, like it's already crazy in college with NIL. Like, oh, this, that, oh, opportunity, whether it's money or just playing time. But like, you just got to be able to look at what you got and work with it and just support people. That's it. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. So what's your mental playbook that keeps you going, especially through tough times?
My Bible, my prayer life, my mentors, my friends, my family. Like, yeah, I do a real good job of taking adversity head on. I take a lot of pride when adversity come my way. To it's not like a defeat thing because it's not like a win or loss, but like just like feeling good morally about how to get through things, stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's how you kind of grow and improve.
Yeah.
Um, how do you take time to take care of yourself? What are some things that you do?
I play my game. I go bowling. I'll go to the nail salon here and there and get my feet done. Um, somehow get around some water. I love the beach,
Mm.
but it depends because I have to like be in the water. I don't like to like be on the sand and stuff.
Yeah.
But getting around some kind of nature like the springs. I love the springs in Florida. Um, that's probably about it though. I don't really do too much. Go and eat food, stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you have any hobbies or activities you're always passionate about?
Yeah. Tubing. I love tubing.
Mm.
I love bowling. Um, I love ice cream and I love my video game.
Yeah.
That's probably about it.
Nice. What is your legacy that you want to leave, going away from college and just life in general?
Um, well, like from I just want people to I don't know if like from my perspective of a legacy is like for myself like I
Yeah.
don't want to like because people like you could leave a legacy and some people just have like this different perspective on it but like to myself like whether the result of this is longevity or not that long as far as my dreams of playing football I just want to have peace for myself to know that I did everything that I could, did it the right way, and like no matter what, like this is not my identity. So I think that's a legacy to me.
Yeah, I love that. Titles don't define you. It's really who you are.
Yeah.
Do you have any future goals, whether it's on or off the field?
Future goals. I do have future goals. I wanna help as many people as I can to like I don't want to be like no pastor or nothing. Like I'm not that, but I just want to help people as much as I can by just sharing like my relationship and my testimony publicly to like make people feel comfortable who may not believe or in like a gray area in life of the relationship of Christ and just give them a try. Like I'm not saying you know this, that, the third, But I just want people who don't really know Christ to just give him a try.
Yeah. And not everyone's religious, but why is having hope or just believing in something important?
Because like what you believe in is typically how you live. That's kind of what it is. If like if someone believes in something, that's what they're gonna do because that's what they morally believe in. And when you feed in something that you believe in that's not of Christ, it could lead you to a path of destruction. That's not really like a foundation that's set or a strong foundation, I should say. Like yeah, it leads to a lot of things. Like even like life with Christ, even though you could be depressed, sad, whatever, like you could still have strength in that. Like some people who don't uh, have that kind of foundation, they kind of fall off in a very very bad spot, like I did.
Yeah. And what advice would you give to younger athletes who kind of want to follow a similar path as you?
Um, I would just advise you find a few friends who have the similar mindset as you. Um, just want to do better. Just seek Jesus. Like I'm not a person that went to church a lot. I'm not a person that read my Bible a lot at first. I always used to pray. I used to go to FCA every here and now Bible studies. Just to get in the community with people who believe in Jesus. That's what that would be.
Yeah. My last question for you is what matters most to you? The destination, the journey, or the company?
I think it's the journey. I think everything is all about the process because you can't just get to your destination. But I think the company is also a big importance because you have to bring people along with you in order to get to places where you want to be, or certain people that you bring along with you can stop you from getting to where you want to be. So you have to kind of have some kind of discernment on what you want to do, who you want to bring in, what's the intentions when walking with you. So
Great. That's a choice we have to make.
yeah,
Well, thank you so much for joining me on the Mental Playbook. To my listeners, mind strong, game on.
thank you so much. Appreciate you.